What is up, guys? I am super excited to tell you that I got myself a new car. Mara and I came and checked this thing out last weekend and was able to put a deal together on it, and came down today to a little south of us. And I mean, I was looking all over the country for one of these cars, and there happened to be one like 2 hours from us. My brother-in-law Chris helped us kind of find it. I mean, literally we found one at a dealership, and then he found another one, and it turns out to be this car. And I'll just show you what it is. Bam. This is a car I literally thought I would never have. I've seen them, I've never even sat in one before, but every time I've ever even seen one, I've just said to myself, gosh, those things are so cool looking. It's like a modern, you know, exotic sort of muscle car. I mean, it's a twin turbo V8, 503 horsepower. This is an AMG, it's a 2016 AMG GTS. So, you know, there's a bunch of them that are spec'd differently. It's a little bit dirty because obviously that's just some tire shine, but this one's pearl white. It's got, you know, the red brake option. The interior is this sick black and red, and you know, like the carbon package. This thing just is spec'd really good. I mean, like I said, I've looked at a lot of these, and I never even sat in one before though. So literally, this is the first one that I ever even sat in, and took it for a test drive. And then after this one, we went and looked at some others, but it turns out that this car just was kind of local, and it was the right car and it was the right price for me to be able to have myself such an amazing car. I think the front end of these things, watch my shadow here, but the front end is just so cool looking. It's got these big massive grills. I mean, this car is bone stock. This is, you know, factory wheels, factory tires. I mean, these are the original tires since it was brand new. And you know, I'm probably gonna do some things to it. Actually, I'm definitely gonna do some things to it. But I'm not gonna go crazy. I don't need to go crazy because it's just an amazing car as it is. So Mara has been telling me, get the car, just don't take all the interior out of it and put a roll cage in it and try to make it a race car, because that's what I do with my 911. And my 911's awesome on the track. It's amazing. It's, you know, it's got KW suspension and it's great. However, it's not that great to like take out to dinner or take on trips or whatever. This car is just the right car to be able to just get in and go for a drive. And that's kind of like Mara and I's favorite thing to do. You know, if we're just going for rip on back roads, like, this is a fun car to do it in. You know, my 911, while it's amazing, it's more of a race car now. So super excited. I mean, like I said, I never thought I would have one of these things. And after driving one, I mean, I always thought they were super cool looking. They have this, like, you know, big long nose, little short back. It looks like you could like squeeze the back of it and it would shoot forward. Like if I don't know, I just think they have such a neat look to them. And you know, from the factory, like, Mercedes just did it right. They're so good. So this is just literally exactly what Mara and I always say we want for a car that we can just go enjoy. We can take it out to dinner, and you know, we can get dressed up in our funny outfits and take this thing wherever we're going, or we can just, you know, go for a rip. It's just a good, like, you know, the car could be a daily, and that's probably what I'm gonna do with it, is drive it as much as I can. My 911 I probably drove just a handful of times this year, and it's literally just something that, you know, sits in the garage, and then I take it to go do track days. So this is going to be something I'm going to be able to enjoy a whole lot more, and I'm really excited for that. So I'm going to do some stuff to it. I will lower it, I'll put some wheels on it, stuff like that. But I don't know, other than that, I'm so over the moon. I can't even believe it that this is my car. It's crazy. It's got this red and black interior. It's full carbon package, Alcantara wheel, Alcantara headliner. You know, these things, they make like, I think they're 503 horsepower, which is funny because my Turbo RX-7 just made 506 horsepower. So my drift car makes more power than this. but my drift car is obviously a race car too. This is gonna be something we can literally just cruise. It sounds totally sick. Listen to this thing here. It's crazy. It spits and pops and does all the, I don't know, makes all the cool sounds that, I don't know, when you see like exotic cars go by, they kind of have that cool sound to them. As far as exhaust tone goes, this car has like one of the better exhaust notes of anything. It's, you know, it's kind of muscly because it's a V8. That's a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8. And I don't know. I can't give you all the specs because I don't know. I haven't like obsessed over the, I mean, I've obsessed over how they look, but I've never really looked into like what they actually do because I never thought I would ever have one. And literally this one popped up and it was like, let's go get that thing. So I'm excited to start enjoying it, and I'm excited to start doing stuff to it. I think it's gonna be a good time. The inside of this car is bananas. It's literally, it's just so sick. I can't get over it. It's it drives so good. You know, it's like, it's a Mercedes, so it has all the cool Mercedes things, which make it, I don't know, kind of nice. Mara's had a couple different Mercedes, and they've been awesome. And you know, one of my favorite cars is this C450 AMG that she had, just because it was like, you know, it was sort of an economy car. Like, it got like 30 miles to the gallon, but then it ran like 1280s or 1290s in the quarter mile, like if you put it in Sport Plus mode. This car I don't think is going to be as economical. However, there's a comfort mode, which is kind of nice. But there's no economy mode. So I'm told it gets like mid-20s as far as fuel economy goes, which is great. And then I think these run like 11.1 or 11.2 in the quarter mile. And not that I care because I'm not a big drag racer guy, but I don't know. This is exactly what I want to do with it. I want to drive it on roads like this, and maybe a little bit more windy, but you know, I'm just heading back like from the Rhinebeck area back towards the Albany area where we live, and I don't know, just cruising up Route 9 or 9H or whatever, and you know, just a nice, super comfortable. I just found the heated seat and it's burning my butt, but I don't know, this thing is just sick. I literally don't have much to say about it because I don't know much about it. Again, like, I've not done a tremendous amount of research of like all the performance ins and outs or whatever. I mean, I've obviously like listened or watched a bunch of like other people's reviews on this car, and you know, I've like looked at all like the, you know, what becomes problematic with these and so on and so forth. But when it comes down to it, it's like a, you know, it's still a new car, and you know, there's always like the concern of like, ah, Jesus, it got like some computer things that like go wrong with them that I'm not going to be able to fix or whatever. But that's not really the case. You know, from everything that I've researched on these, is they're pretty bulletproof. You know, and then everybody always talks about how, for, you know, you can put a tune on them and make a couple hundred more horsepower, so you can make them, you know, put this thing in like the 700 horsepower range. And you know, I mean, I don't think it needs that. I don't need that. But who knows? Maybe I'll do that. I guess you don't need the horsepower until you get used to the horsepower that you're driving. So while this thing seems super fast and sounds crazy and is, you know, is what it is, I'm sure I'll get used to it. So at some point maybe I'll say, I think I'm gonna get that tune. But for now, it's gonna stay engine and it's just gonna stay stock. I would like to make it look a little different, just so it doesn't look like a totally stock car. As awesome as it is, I'm not one for stock stuff, just because it's, I mean, I don't know, that is the business that I'm in, is modifying things. So, you know, while I'm into everything, like, I don't know, you guys probably know, like, you know, I'm into 30s hot rods. I'm into drift cars. I'm into Hondas. I'm into European cars, you know. And then this, you know, I'm not like a big supercar guy just because I don't have a lot of experience with them. You know, Andy loaned me his R8 for I don't know, a week or two, and I drove that thing around and I liked it. It was awesome. So that was like the only like supercar, I guess, experience that I have driven, like a, you know, V10 Lamborghini engine in an Audi. But you know, this car is, I just love the aesthetic of this thing, and it just has such a, to me, it just has such a presence. It looks like sophisticated, and that's kind of what I wanted. You know, not that I'm this sophisticated dude that wears a suit and an ascot, but maybe some days I'll wear that outfit. But, you know, for the most part, I just, you know, I'm me, and I don't know, I'm into what I'm into, which is kind of everything. I just like cars. It's funny because I'm not a big muscle car guy, and everybody says that this is like a modern, you know, German muscle car, and that kind of is, you know what I mean? Front engine, rear wheel drive, a lot of horsepower, whatever. I mean, that's what a muscle car is. So who knows, maybe all of a sudden I'm going to be wanting to get a big block Chevelle with a 4-speed. But I don't know, I doubt it. But for the time being, I'm driving this Mercedes AMG GTS, and I'm loving it, and I'm so excited just to, you know, see all the fun adventures that we're gonna have with this car. You know, it's I don't know, I don't even really know what else to say. So it feels good. It feels, it's very nimble. The power's right there when you want it. It's got, you know, tons of horsepower and tons of torque, and it's cool looking, and I don't know, it's everything I don't know, I don't want to say never thought I'd have, but because I'm like into cars, so, you know, I mean, anybody can afford whatever they want to afford. They just have to like make sacrifices in other parts of their lives. So that's what I got to say about this. Anyways, I think this is maybe where I'll end the video. So if you have any comments, put them in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like, and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to enjoy this. You guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.